This video is sponsored by my new hand. What is it? Oh, this is just the Emmy that's going to go to Andrew Lincoln this year. Oh, and there's also another one for Denai Guerrera for this series. I will campaign the hell out of them to get an Emmy, even if they get nominated and don't win. I need them to get nominated. Nominate them. Do it. Now. Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and welcome back to another review for The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. This is for episode 4, titled What We, and this was written by Denai Guerrera, and I can't wait to talk about how well written this was. I'm going to be gushing about that the entire review. That aside, this will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode, you want to click off before that time code, because that is when we will hit spoilers. If you have seen the episode, feel free to just skip there if you want to get into all the juicy bits of the conversation. So, let's get started here. This episode has a lot more dialogue and like just in general dialogue between Rick and Michonne more than it has anything else. There is a fair bit of action. You have a lot of Walker killing in this one with Rick and Michonne teaming up. You gotta love that. But at its core, it's really an episode where Rick and Michonne have to kind of process all these emotions so fast. And it's really great storytelling. Denai Guerrera did fantastic as the writer for this episode. She needs to direct, honestly. Direct, write more episodes, Denai. You are fantastic. And speaking of fantastic writing, how about these performances, y'all? Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera, I know I've said this like every week so far, but they are killing it. They are amazing. Like, it's unreal. I know they were still really great in The Walking Dead, but here, you have so much more that you can explore with them because they are at odds with each other. In The Walking Dead, we've never really seen them, like, at each other's throats and, like, have this big of a conflict. Here, though, like, there is some big arguments here. I mean, Michonne's like, I don't know who the hell you are anymore. And Rick's like, you pulled us out of a goddamn helicopter. And he's like trying to explain to her why he wants to leave. She's trying to explain to him why he should take this opportunity to run away with her. But of course you have all the fallout that would happen with Jadis, so he has to explain that. It's a lot of explaining. I can see how this episode might drag for some people. But I thought it was really, really great. I'm going to get right into spoilers here. There's a ton more to talk about there than right here in the non-spoiler section. So join me there. This episode was fantastic once again. I am loving the show. Can't wait. We have 2 more episodes left, and it is getting really good, y'all. You didn't think it was going to step up the game from the very first 4 episodes? Man, let me tell you, we are going to go just insane with these last 2. I can feel it. It's going to be top tier, film quality stuff like we've been getting this whole season. It has been spectacular, just witness. So, I'll join you in the spoiler section. So, entering the spoilers, one of the first big things that happen in this episode is that Rick finds out from Michonne that RJ he has a son. He has a son. And at first, Rick is kind of like, what? But he doesn't say that. But you see on his face, he's like, I have a son. But at the same time, after Michonne tells him, right after, he's like, you need to give me the PRB. I gotta call the CRM. And she's like, what? I just told you that you had a son, and you're just gonna totally dismiss that, and you want to go back to the CRM who have treated you like shit and kept you captive for years. And this is what's really captivating about the story, is that the CRM is clearly very good at playing mind games. They will brainwash whoever they want to their cause, and after all these years that Rick has been gone from his people, and with the CRM, being around Thorne, Okafor, Beale, getting to know everybody there, forming bonds, getting, higher up in the ranks, feeling a sense of responsibility, like he did back when he was leading Alexandria and the other communities. Here, he has that sense of, like, look, it's not that I don't want to go with Michonne. He would love to just drop all of that and go with Michonne home right now. But he can't, because in the back of his mind, he is worried that even if he does take a chance, where the CRM do think that they are dead because they find their helicopter crashed, the one that they dived out of, it crashed, and the CRM blows it up later on in the episode, which leads them to believe, oh, yeah, the CRM thinks we're dead, so we can leave. And Rick is still adamant that no, we cannot leave, because Jadis has information about the communities, so we can't get away. There's no way for us to get away, because Jadis is going to hunt us down and kill us all if we do leave, no matter what. Because even if she knows that they are dead, she thinks that they're dead. Sorry, she has that information, so he feels in his mind he can't risk that. Ultimately, towards the end of the episode, we get more of a look into why Rick is the way he is to Michonne right now. And it's because when he first got to the CRM, he was trying to, keep hope that he would get out and that he would see his family again. So he would dream about Carl. And obviously we saw in the first episode he was dreaming about Michonne. But eventually, after all these years, he couldn't see them anymore in his dreams. They were gone. So losing that made him lose hope for, trying to escape, because he was like, if I can't see my family anymore, then are they even really alive? Are they still in me? Are they still here? And so he just went all in on CRM. But now Michonne is here. She gives him the phone with Carl, a picture of Carl drawn on it, and that hit me like a ton of bricks. I love Carl. Chandler Riggs played him so well. I miss Carl. And she's like, if Carl were here right now, what would he say? And I thought that was really powerful too, because Carl was so, especially towards the end, so adamant about the future, about having a future, about having some place where people can join together and fight on common ground and have, a sense of family, a sense of what the world used to be. What the CRM has, sure, Rick is right on some points where they're like, oh yeah, they are planning to, build the world into something better. But at what cost? Because they are killing people. They killed Nat. They killed so many countless people, as we've seen throughout this series. And Michonne is like, look, you cannot let them change you. I don't like who you are with them. So here's what we need to do. We need to get the fuck out of here and just live with whatever time we have left, even if it's hardly any time. And Jada still sends the CRM to Alexandria and everything. We can live and we can be together and we can have at least some sort of hope that what we did is right and that we can live together, And it takes convincing, but eventually Rick does see where Michonne is coming from, and he's like, alright, look, we may not make it home. We may not make it long after we make it home. But as long as we get back and we prove to people that we are alive, that we had we had the drive in us to fight to get back, as long as we have that love for each other, we can do anything. So even if they do hunt us down, and this is the end, at least we gave it a fucking try. And I love that. I love that for them. So they get out of the building as it collapses. And they go, I was about to say they go home. They start making their way home. Obviously, it's not going to be that easy. We have 2 episodes left in the season. Clearly, they are not going to get home that easily anyway. I hope that they get home, but honestly, I don't know, man. It could end with I'm very nervous, guys. But, that's really it for the review. Sorry, I just kind of ran through everything that happens, but I did give my thoughts on, the emotional beats of it. It was a very emotional episode. Not a ton of, overall plot progression other than the fact that Rick is now convinced he can go home, and he knows about his son, and they are on their way home. But next episode, Jadis might show up. Hopefully we get the death of Jadis next episode. I'm going to call it right now, actually. I believe that we will get the death of Jadis next episode. If I'm wrong, but hey, you gotta hope that someone like her will die next episode, because she deserves it. Her and her shit haircut. But thanks so much for watching the review, guys. Let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comments below. Tell me overall, what have you thought of this show so far? I've loved every second of it. But yeah, thanks so much for the support. Thanks for 800 subscribers that we just hit recently. I'm loving the support from you guys. It means so much. And until next time, take care. Goodbye.